You think experience is enough to win her attention? Think again. Younger women don't just notice what you do. They notice what you keep doing. They notice the small, repeated patterns that whisper who you are before you ever say a word. Tonight, we expose 7 habits that quietly kill attraction. Not dramatic mistakes, not single moments. Habits, the slow leaks that drain desire. If you want to stop repelling and start standing out, listen closely. This is ShadowMind Chronicles. By the end of this broadcast, you will have a full map. The 7 habits, the psychological mechanics behind them, and the precise, repeatable corrections you can use tonight. No fluff, no moralizing, just strategy. Habit 1. Acting like a father, not a partner. This is subtle. It's not yelling or obvious control. It's the small corrections, the finishing of her sentences, the tone that implies, "I know better." When you slip into lecturing, correcting, or controlling, she doesn't see wisdom. She sees condescension. Attraction dies the moment you position yourself as her parent instead of her equal. Younger women are navigating their own identity. When an older man assumes the role of teacher, it triggers psychological reactance, an instinct to rebel and reclaim freedom. Imagine a dinner. She's animated, telling a story about a conflict at work. You interrupt with a correction about how she should have handled it. She smiles politely, but her eyes gloss over. The conversation cools. Later, she says she felt judged. You thought you were helping. She felt managed. Here is the correction. Replace correction with curiosity. Do not fix her problems unless she explicitly asks for a solution. Practice the 2-second rule. When you feel the urge to teach, wait 2 seconds. If the urge persists, ask a question instead. Say, "That sounds intense. How did you handle that?" Let her lead. Habit 2. Flaunting money instead of presence. Money is a signal. It opens doors. But when your wallet speaks louder than your character, she feels bought, not desired. Younger women are used to displays of wealth in the digital age. What they starve for is presence. Flaunting wealth creates a ledger mentality. She begins to wonder, am I valued for who I am, or am I just another accessory he purchased? Extrinsic markers, cars, watches, VIP tables, attract attention. They do not attract attachment. Imagine a man plans an extravagant date, posts it on his story, and spends the evening name-dropping business contacts. She enjoys the wine, but leaves feeling empty. She felt like a prop in his movie, not a partner in his life. Here is the correction. Prioritize presence over purchase. Put the phone away. Give quietly. Generosity that doesn't announce itself is magnetic. Create low-cost, high-meaning experiences. A walk at dusk, a shared playlist, a conversation that goes deeper than surface level. When you do spend, make it specific to her taste, not your status. Habit 3. Over-explaining and justifying. This is the silent killer of mystery. When you feel the need to explain every action, decision, or joke, you signal deep insecurity. You are essentially telling her, "I am afraid you will misunderstand me, so I will suffocate you with words." Over-explaining shifts the dynamic from intrigue to interrogation. Confidence is comfortable with silence. Insecurity hates a vacuum and tries to fill it with noise. Consider this. You tell a story about your past, but immediately follow up with, "I don't mean to brag, but," or "I just want to be clear that." She senses the hesitation. The attraction fades because she realizes you are seeking her permission to be yourself. Here is the correction. Embrace brevity. Speak with intention. Make a statement and let it hang in the air. Do not defend your opinions unless challenged. And even then, do it playfully. Practice the art of the pause. After you speak, look at her and wait. Confidence thrives in the space between words. Habit 4. Seeking approval instead of offering value. Constantly fishing for validation places your self-worth in her hands. Younger women are drawn to older men because they expect stability, a rock in the storm. If the rock is constantly asking, "Do you like me? Am I doing this right?" the rock crumbles. Picture a conversation where he constantly checks in. "Does that make sense? Is this place okay? Are you having fun?" The energy shifts. It becomes about managing his anxiety rather than enjoying the moment. Attraction requires contribution, not consumption. Here is the correction. Shift your focus from getting approval to offering value. Bring energy, bring humor, bring perspective. Assume she likes you until proven otherwise. Make decisions with conviction. If you pick a restaurant, pick it because you like it and want to share it with her. Lead, don't ask for directions. Habit 5. The Fortress of Stoicism, or neglecting emotional availability. There is a myth that older men must be stone statues, but total emotional unavailability signals damage, not strength. Younger women seek connection. If you are a wall, she cannot connect with you. There is a difference between being stoic and being numb. If you deflect every serious topic with a joke, or refuse to share how you feel about anything, she feels unseen. Imagine she opens up about a fear she has. He responds with silence or a logical fix, sharing nothing of his own experience. She leaves the interaction feeling lonely, despite being with someone. Here is the correction. Practice strategic vulnerability. You don't need to cry or complain, but you must be willing to say, "I felt frustrated by that too," or "That moment moved me." Share your humanity in small doses. Emotional availability builds the trust that physical attraction rests on. Habit 6. Confusing familiarity with intimacy. Familiarity is safe, intimacy is dangerous. Many men mistake frequent texting, memes, and good morning messages for a deep bond. They become a text buddy, not a lover. Younger women sense this mismatch immediately. Familiarity breeds comfort, but comfort often kills the spark. If you are always available, always chatting, but never going deep, you are entering the friend zone. Consider a man who texts her all day, every day. They know what each other had for lunch, but they haven't spoken about their dreams, fears, or desires in weeks. The mystery evaporates. He becomes as exciting as a piece of furniture. Here is the correction. Prioritize quality over frequency. Stop the endless text stream. Save the conversation for when you are face to face. When you are together, take risks. Ask questions that pierce the surface. Move from "How was your day?" to "What is the one thing you want to change about your life this year?" Habit 7. Ignoring personal growth. The "I'm done" mentality. Stagnation is the ultimate attraction killer. An older man has the advantage of resources, but the disadvantage of time. If you act like your best days are behind you, she will believe you. Younger women are in a phase of rapid evolution. If you are finished evolving, you become an anchor, not a sail. Complacency signals that you have given up on the conquest of life. Picture a man who dismisses new technology, refuses to travel to new places, and tells stories only from 20 years ago. He's living in a museum of his own making. She senses a closed mind and a dwindling future. Here is the correction. Commit to the hunt. You must always be pursuing a new goal, a new skill, or a new level of fitness. Read, train, build. Show her that you are still a force of nature. When you are growing, you are dangerous, and dangerous is attractive. Attraction is not a trick. It is a language spoken in posture, tone, and action. To master it, you must eliminate the noise, replace judgment with curiosity, presence over pretense, brevity over noise, contribution over approval, openness over walls, intimacy over familiarity, and growth over everything. Master these, and you stop being just an older man. You become a man of value. If you found value in this analysis, subscribe to ShadowMind Chronicles. We explore the psychology others are afraid to touch.